Welcome to LA County Close-Up, where we go behind the scenes to bring you stories that matter. I'm your host, Naiba Reynoso. This week, volunteers fan out to clean up the LA River, and the county's green leaders take a bow. But first, this week's Close-Up report. Homelessness is a crisis that knows no borders, and help can be anywhere, even a county hospital. We recently came across a remarkable program that has just the prescription for homeless patients. Here's how it works.
Veronica Turner is making her rounds at Habor-UCLA Medical Center.
Although she is not a doctor or a nurse, the care she provides can also be life-saving and many times life-altering.
Turner is part of Habor-UCLA's Homeless Task Force, an effort she helped create.
I was working in the emergency room as a clinical social worker, dealing with the traumas that come here. But as we begin to get more homeless, it was hard to kind of divide your time because you needed to give more attention to those who are homeless and make sure they have permanent placements. My goal is to, once they place, that they don't use the ER as a place to find food, a place to get a warm bed. But if we can get them permanently housed, they wouldn't use the ER as much.
One of those individuals is Annette Arrington. Once homeless and in bad health, she is now living in her own home.
So I went to the hospital because I ended up, hurting my hip. And when I finished with the hospital, I told them I didn't have nowhere to go. I slept overnight at the hospital. And then this social worker named Veronica, she came to me and I told her my situation, that my dad is homeless and I'm homeless and I'm in a wheelchair and I can't sleep. And so the same day, she sent me to a shelter.
We have a lot of homeless patients who come through for medical problems, but also for placement if they have complex chronic medical problems. And the Homeless Task Force comes in and rounds with us every day and identifies our homeless patients and figures out what resources they can provide them, if it's housing, if it's access to their appointments, to food, to transportation, whatever their needs are.
We came up with this brainchild of putting together a team that we call the Homeless Task Force that was specialized with a senior clinical social worker who has the experience in doing psychosocial assessments, but also having some additional support on the team to be able to help to connect the patients with the resources once we determine what they need.
A lot of people come to the emergency room when they're in crisis, and I think that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people who are experiencing homeless do come to the ER, because they feel safe. It's warm, they have bathrooms, they have people that they can talk to.
The task force includes a caseworker, a clinical social worker, a medical caseworker, and 2 members of People Assisting the Homeless, or PATH, a county-funded nonprofit provider that offers wraparound services to homeless patients.
Just really working with people from start to finish, getting them off the streets, out of the ER, into temporary shelter, and then eventually into permanent housing with ongoing long-term support.
Since it began in August of 2016, it's helped almost 700 homeless individuals with either temporary or permanent housing, or connected them with outpatient community resources.
They also work with the Department of Health Services, which created a Housing for Health division in 2013 to help move homeless individuals who are high utilizers of emergency services into permanent housing.
So this is our board of all of our interim housing beds. And these are all the sites that we have. These big letters here, they delineate a site. So when the people from Habor, from their Homeless Task Force, call us, we look at the board and we see, where do we have a bed? What we offer to them is, when they're working with somebody who's willing to come inside, they can call us up and we can, if we have a bed available, we'll bring that person inside. And that will be one less person who's homeless in and around Habor, or a frequent user of Habor, who will be on their way to getting a permanent plan to address their homelessness.
I found your shared room. Okay. Yeah, and I think it's only going to be $7 a month. You get 3 meals a day. and transportation where you need to go. Okay.
They listen. They don't judge you. That's the key, to listen to you, what you need. And that's what I like about it. They listen to me. And they was really caring about what I needed. My lady right here, without her, where would I be? Miss Veronica B. And she's still here with me through my goods and my bags.
Don't make me cry.
You see, I'm crying because I have me a place because of Veronica. You just don't know how much I've been through to get here, but I made it.
The bond between Veronica and Annette is special, but it is not unique. We'll be bringing you more stories about the transformative power of help in the weeks ahead. Sometimes that help comes in the form of housing. Construction has officially begun on the Stanford Avenue apartments in West Rancho Dominguez. Once complete, the facility will have 53 units of permanent supportive housing for people experiencing homelessness.
So this is a very significant project, taking something that was heavily underutilized and also being able to create much needed permanent supportive housing for our homeless population.
It's about families that are going to thrive as a result of the investment from the county's Community Development Commission, the county's Mental Health Department. All of that is happening in a fabulous way.
What do the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, Forest Lawn, and a new Consumer Choice Energy Consortium have in common? They all earned Earth Day recognition at Los Angeles County's Green Leadership Awards. The Coliseum got a shout out for diverting 780 tons of game day trash from local landfills. The city of Cerritos was honored for a project at Forest Lawn Memorial Park that saves more than 80 million gallons of water per year. Other winners include the Clean Power Alliance and the County Department of Parks and Recreation's Green Pilot Project at Obregon Park.
This is really a way of recognizing everybody in the community that's working to improve our communities, our planet, the health of our citizens. This is really just a way of providing that additional impetus to make sure that those who are taking the strongest action get recognized.
Heading to the beach as the weather heats up, you may notice some vibrantly decorated trash cans this summer. The artists, you might be surprised.
Sometimes it takes a little artistic flair to get people's attention, and that's exactly what was unveiled at a special Kids Earth Day event at Dockweiler State Beach. 15 winners of the first ever Can the Trash poster contest showed off their work, just in time for beach season.
The art that they submitted was not only was it beautiful and attractive, but it was really thoughtful, and it was really demonstrative of the fact that they care about the environment.
Well, these trash cans may look plain right now, but come late May, vavoom! They will be decorated with the artworks of so many children throughout Los Angeles County for people all over the world to see, especially tourists, during the summer months.
I used colored pencils and a bit of crayon, yes, and some markers.
Does your child have a knack for drawing? The good news is, while the summer selections are picked, this contest for LA's 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders is ongoing. You can submit artwork online at beaches.lacounty.gov/poster contest. At Dockweiler State Beach, I'm Gil Reyes.
If you've got 60 seconds, we've got a county employee to introduce. Today we visit with Dr. Ruby in her lab at the coroner's office.
My full name is Shanda Ruby Java Gafar. I'm referred to as Dr. Ruby. I'm the chief of the Forensic Science Laboratories Division at the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Exam Recorder. My job is to manage and oversee all the labs within the department. Every single day is a learning opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to try to put pieces of a puzzle together and to help our medical examiners determine cause and manner of death. My inspiration and motivation to come into this office on a daily basis is because of our clientele, which are those family members that are left behind. They're going through a grieving process, a loss, and to provide the information so that they can move forward. I think people would be surprised to know that I'm a certified group fitness instructor and certified personal trainer, and when I'm not working here within the department, that's where you'll find me.
From pint-sized pooches to silky felines, LA County's got plenty of animal companions to brighten your life. Meet a couple of them right now.
Hello, my name is Andrea and we're here at the Downey Care Center with my 10-year-old buddy, Teddy. He's a Yorkie, and don't let these old men fool you. He's a great runner, he's fast, and you better keep a leash on him. Teddy! And this is Beauty, a 9-month-old domestic short-hair female.
You've probably never seen this many people having so much fun picking up trash. Thousands of volunteers flocked to the LA River for a cleanup so big it took 3 Saturdays to complete.
What's grown to become the largest river cleanup in America takes place in urban Los Angeles. Volunteers getting down and dirty and loving it at the 30th annual Los Angeles River Cleanup.
So you're seeing thousands of Angelinos come out to the river, many of them for their very first time, to remove trash.
Marissa Christensen heads the nonprofit group called Friends of the LA River. They organized this massive cleanup.
Over the past 30 years, we've mobilized over 70,000 volunteers to remove over 400 tons of trash. And the reason why that's so important is not only beautifies and cleans and creates a healthy river space, but all of that trash would eventually end up in the Pacific Ocean.
Armed with protective gloves, volunteers scour several sections of the waterway up and down Los Angeles County, from the San Fernando Valley to Long Beach.
We're talking 51 miles of river cleanup spanning 3 Saturdays. This particular Saturday focuses on Northeast LA communities Atwater Village, Frogtown, also known as the Elysian Valley, Cypress Park, and Glassell Park.
You know, we found tire irons, we found a lot of bottles, a big pallet. We got this pallet down and then a lot of other trash fell down. So there's been all kinds of stuff. And we dug out a lot of carpet.
Are you surprised about the stuff that you found out here today?
No, I mean, we live here, so we see when the rains come, everything that gets washed down the river. Hey! And we pay attention to the news, like the Army Corps pulls shopping carts, lime scooters, I mean, so many things out of the river. And then when the rains come, we see the trash that comes down here. It's an insane amount.
LA County and city officials are working together to restore much of the river's natural habitat. It all began with the progressive ideas of environmentalist and poet Lewis McAdams. McAdams, the godfather of river restoration, shows up to an event that's part cleanup, part neighborhood block party, rediscovering Los Angeles and our river. It's a movement growing by leaps and bounds in Frogtown. In the Elysian Valley, I'm Gil Reyes.
Thanks for joining us. We leave you now with scenes of spring from the Huntington Gardens in San Marino. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.
When I